Good morning. Well, I just ran into issues with that SLX. Now, granted, comparing a PLX to an SLX, PLX 1500, Japanese glass, SLX Nova, China. I don't know what I was expecting, but when you shoot both side by side, boy, you can see the difference. So the glass just looked really hazy, and I was having trouble dialing it into where I wanted it. So I'm trying to assess what the solution is. I don't want to spend a bunch more money right now on it. Obviously, I want better glass on there. So what I'm going to do is, and there's user error too. You know, I always screw things up sometimes. So what I think I might do is remount it for. I'm not crazy about the 193. As I go forward, when I first couple of years, I felt like the higher mounts made sense because it was more comfortable for the neck. But as I'm going forward, I'm finding that let me do a 1.0 with a flash because Samsung sucks and you can't do it the other way. I like my Samsungs, but geez, guys, what are you thinking on that one? So we're having some issues getting this dialed in. Now the glass looked really hazy, almost like it needed to be cleaned. I tried to do it with my shirt, but it didn't. But it's still, see here, it doesn't look so bad. So I don't know what happened with that. I was just having trouble getting it dialed in. What do we want to do? No, I don't know, man. When you compare it to a PLX, it's trash. But it's what I got right now on it. I don't want to spend a bunch more money right now. I guess theoretically I could move the Razor 1-6 over from the green LMT. That's an option. 193 is a bit tall. Going forward, I'm going to stick with 154 probably. So you can run 12 o'clocks, you know. But given this is what we have to work with currently, I don't want to give up on it either, you know. And a lot of it's just my own issues to work through. I mean, she's solid on there. I was trying to see. Yeah, it's torqued on properly. Okay. There's nothing's loose. I would get it like low and left by a couple inches, and then I would dial up a bit, and then it would be the where's it going thing. You know, shooting into the holes in the berm, and it would look like it's close, and then I'd go for paper, and I'm not seeing the shot. Plus the sun hitting the white cardboard, I was having trouble seeing. So my vision seems to be the biggest fucking nemesis. That and you know, in that bright sun, you got to use a dark target. I like those green reactive ones. At least you can see the shots. So we'll definitely get some more of those for those types of scenarios. I also noticed the ejection on this guy. Wait, the LMT. I think the EW West was shooting forward. And I know dudes say the ejection pattern, as long as it's cycling, it's fine. Don't stress on the ejection patterns. So we're going to work through those issues. I want to make this scope work for now. I don't have cash to drop another $1,500 on some glass. Especially today we have, what's showing up today? I got an FDE 407K because I couldn't find a 507 and FDE to save my life. And I've been gravitating back towards the more single dot versus the dual reticle, ironically. And so I got an FDE 407K for the new FNX and the Streamlight TLR7 FTE showing up for the FNX, and we still gotta figure out why it's locking back. I need more mags. I only have the one mag. If it happened on like 3 or 4 mags, I'd say, all right, there's something with the gun that's happening. But I can't, until I get more mags, I can't verify that. It was really weird how it would lock back the slide with a round still in the mag. Well, there wasn't a round chambered or anything, but it was in the mag. That's dangerous. Slide locks back as you're shooting. Obviously, that's an indication that you're out of ammo. That's weird. I was like, oh, that's... Gotta be careful with that. It's an older gun, older design. I get it. It's more retro vibe. They made changes to their design going forward. However, yeah. So that'll show up today. We'll get that mounted up. I moved the 507K black back to the G43X, which now we have to go back and re-zero. It's nice and cool this morning. The cold front's moving in. All this next week, we're going to be getting our 60s as a highs, and that's my wheelhouse right there. I'm not sweating. My glasses aren't fogging up. So we're going to head back probably and do some pistol, probably tomorrow. As far as you, buddy, I want you to work. I mean, you're not fancy and you are a China. But you're a good-looking scope and you have a really nice bright dot for fucking one-up shooting. You're light as fuck. You know, and not everything can be super Gucci. I get it. Although this is a really nice gun to have it too. I was just saying maybe I should go with a lower mount. Looking at a Spur 30mm with the QDs, $575. I was talking to myself in my head, going, "You're really gonna put a $295 whatever dollar scope in a $600 mount, Jake?" Yeah, I can already see the drags on that. So no, we're not doing that. So we're gonna make this work. I don't know why I was having so many issues getting it. Maybe I was over dialing, which is probably the case too. Sometimes I do the math in my head, or I don't do the math, and I'm just like, and you got to remember, 0.36 per click, inches rather, converting to a millimeter, puts you at about 3.2-ish inches. So 3.2 clicks is about an inch MOA when you're doing the conversion. I'm still doing the MOA versus millimeter in my head. So I'm gonna order. I had little laser bores. I don't know what I did with them. I'm gonna get some more. Scott says those are garbage. You can't trust them, but just to have a secondary option. Because trying to bore sight with my eyes, I mean, it's hard. I'll try later on when the sun comes up fully. Turn this around, aim for across the street, and try to do and make an attempt at bore sight. But one thing also know about me is even when shit goes wrong, I don't like giving up. Let's solve the problem. So it's a pretty gun though, isn't it? You're a sexy motherfucker. We'll get you better glass soon. I don't know what we'll get you. Maybe a 3.6 to 18 Leopold in tan. Ooh. I don't know. Shit. I know Captain China over here. I'm probably going to end up offloading both that and the other Black Nova I have on the 300 Black LMT. Although it's good to have spare glass around, even if it's not the best, when you do a fresh build and you want something on it in the meantime, it's good to have some placeholders. So, I don't know, man. It's a great gun overall. How do you do? Yeah, you're fine. I noticed as I was shooting more and more, this did tend to quiet down a little bit. I keep forgetting first couple shots cold on a can are going to be a bit louder. Now granted, compared to my other cans, this flow through HXQD is the loudest of the bunch. It's just part and parcel with the flow technology, I guess. They're going to be louder than a baffled can. Is what it is. Man, every time I look at those dimples on that barrel, I'm always like, man, that's cool. That was worth the money. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. All right. So we will get you. I mean, you're solid. He's torqued on to spec and level. So it's got to be me. I need to head back and try again. I will bore sight. I'm going to get a hold of a decent, I don't know what happened to my little laser bores. I remember when I had them, and I did run them with an approximate, 50-yard view. When I got there, I was on paper, so I'll order a couple more. So you're okay, buddy. We'll get you worked up. Eventually, we'll get him some better glass. Really light for a 14.5, even with the can, though. Really impressive. Moving on to that, let's check out Mr. LMT. Gonna give them both a cleaning. Let's move you down to here. Oh, there. Mr. 6'5" Creedmoor in there. He needs a cleaning. Oh. Hey, buddy. You did good, actually. I'll tell you what, I was really digging that low reptilian mount. Just that low. I see the benefits, Oh. You're a little heavier. You got that super duper bipod. Solid as a tank, but they are a bit beefy. You did better. I forgot your covers, by the way. I think they're on the bench in the gun room. Your ejection, a little different. Smooth like butter, though. He did pretty well, and I can't say enough about the PLX. The glass clarity is phenomenal. The reticle, this is the Raptor reticle. It's a touch busy with that big chevron and all that. If you're going for more, this is more of a distance to shoot a little bit further type optic. If you're doing CQB type shit, you probably want to get something like that they have the new single dot Nova PLX. That we might have to check out at some point. Single dot Nova PLX with the pristine Japanese glass would be pretty dope. But overall, he did pretty great, man. And how we do over here? No baffle strikes on the Sierra. Oh, you came loose a little bit. Uh-oh. Make sure we don't have a Maraca. No, we're good. There you go. Ooh, yeah, and I checked that before I shot too, so it needed one more little click. That's how I've seen guys, that's how their cans get fucked, where they don't check it. Or it comes loose during shooting, That's probably why they say chemo's not the best anymore. Go with something else, but whatever. It's what we got right now, brother. Going forward, we'll might try. I have chemo on everything, dude. So it's not cheap to take off all your mounts when you have, I don't have a shit ton of guns, but I got a decent amount. And get rid of all your chemos and swap to Reardons or some other, It's like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It adds up, brother. I wish this had a momentary without having to activate. So my only complaint, I like the new switch on the 3.0 Cloud. It's minimal. It's nice and nice texture. But there's no holding it down for a momentary. Now, once you have it active, then you can momentary it. But also means you have to activate the light to have the access. And in a real world scenario, not that it's ever going to be a thing, but you never know. You don't really have that. Now, if you touch this, you have your momentary on the back cap. So theoretically, if I move the light to the other side with my hand placement, I can tap it with the thumb. So we might do that as a workaround. But all in all, LMT, I'm so in love with my LMTs. I want a spec war. We're going to keep going with the LMT train. But we'll see what happens. Ooh, dimples. Look at that. Sexy dimps in the house. All right. We're going to clean these bastards and we're going to figure out. I might do a lower amount on that EWS. The raw Brothers. And we'll get this straightened out. It ain't fancy, but it's a scoop. So we'll rock it until we can figure. I could pull the Razor 1-6 off of the green LMT and mount it in this mount, and just throw this on the green LMT, which is an option for now, and give that a try. We could try that. In fact, you know what? I think we will. It's all interchangeable. Probably look pretty dope too, and looking good is half the battle, kids. G.I. Joe, don't be poor. All right. All right, well, when the optic and the light shows up, we'll check it out together and get it mounted up on the FNX. I'm still trying to find some mags. I sent Preston a message asking him. I was like, it's kind of weird. Now, the backstrap thing, it's just, that's the freaking design of it, the older retro. I bent the pin up and I put a fatter backstrap on it, but it's still kind of wonky. They changed that design when they moved to the 509 series and all that. And my LS Edge didn't do that, so you know, that's just kind of weird. So I wrapped it in camo tape after bending the pin up a bit. So we'll shoot it like that. But the locking back with a single mag, a round in the mag thing, kind of weird. The gun shot great. It felt good. I liked the gun, and I got it for a great deal. So, you know, we'll lean with it, rock with it, and keep on going. Have a good week, guys. I'll check in later when those little things show up for the FNX. We'll get them mounted on the gun. And tomorrow we'll probably head back. I still got to shoot that staccato. It'll be cooler. The bugs were insane yesterday, and it was getting pretty hot. There's no breeze on the 50. The berm's so high, it doesn't allow any wind. So it was like 82, no fans, plus a little bit of humidity with bugs everywhere. So that gets old real fast. 100 is more forgiving. It's more distance, so the wind can just flow in, so you're not suffocating. So we'll get you. You did great. We're gonna head to the 100. This guy, I'm not touching him. We're gonna hit the 100 next time, and we'll get him dialed in with some more 77s. What are these guys? I think these are the Eggmans, or are they these new guys I'm trying out? I grabbed a couple hundred rounds of these Patriot, whatever the fuck's. Patriot Sports, I don't know. Premium ammunition designed for the American shooter. Ooh. It looks clean. It's not bad, but again, you want accuracy, you gotta spend a little more money on some heavier, on some grain weights. That's what it is. This stuff's more good for CQB type transmission stuff. It's like the Winchester crap, you know. That thing's all over the place. That's probably the worst shit I've shot so far. Alright. Enjoy your day. Check in when the optic and the light show up for the FNX, and then we'll, I think I might try the Razor on the EWS, and we'll go from there. Cool. Till next time, your boy, Jake America. Have a good morning and a great week. Peace.
Dobra.
Rozładuj.
Weźcie po
Po dwa, po prostu sygnalnie.
kurwa.